Hello Hornets, this is Miss Freetag and Miss Banky, the school counselors, and we just wanted to go over a 4-year plan for students and for parents so that they know how to fill it out as part of the registration process. A 4-year planning sheet is the courses that you want to take in each year, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. We ask that you put your career goal on the sheet because this relates. What classes are going to help you become the career that you're looking for? So in this example, we're a 9th grader. So really right now we're an 8th grader planning out our freshman year. And then we're also planning out sophomore, junior, and senior year. These forms need a parent signature and they need a date. And this sheet we use to register in Skyward for our freshman year classes. Okay? All of these classes need to equal 8 credits each. Whoops, we didn't put that one in. Let Ms. Freetag put that in. 8 credits each year with a total of 25.5 credits required for graduation. Miss Banky's just going to talk a little bit about that 9th grade year and 10th grade year.
Do you mind holding this, Miss Freetag? Perfect. Okay, so let's say I am a 9th grader. So right here, these are all the required classes that I need to take, okay? So I'm going to be choosing a physical science or a biology. So I'm doing physical science 9 for a whole year to get my science credit, okay? So you could choose either this or biology. It's completely up to you. I would say most freshmen typically take physical science. And then for my math credit, I'm going to take Algebra 1. Social studies, I noticed by looking at the course handbook that most 9th graders typically take world history or U.S. history. So I'm going to sign up for world history. And then for elective classes, I'm going to put down Spanish 1. That really interests me, and I want to take that all year. I noticed that there's an A and B, so 2.5 credits, so that will equal a whole credit. So that will be for a whole year, that A and B. This will be one semester, this will be the second semester. And then same thing with choir. I'm going to do choir A first semester and choir B second semester. And then I noticed in looking at the handbook that egg processing is a science equivalent credit. So that actually counts for a science credit, which is a 0.5 credit towards science, which I'm really interested in due to wanting to be a science teacher. Alternatives. So I need to put down 3 credits worth down here for alternatives, and you'll need to do that for every grade level. So I'm going to put down general art, business communications 1, foods 1, cold metals, and then I'm going to put down a full year of band. So if I'm not able to get in some of these classes, I'm hoping that I can get into some of these, and then maybe I can get into some of these next year. So then for my sophomore year, since I took physical science, I'm going to put down biology. That's typically the next step. So biology, and of course these are all my required classes. Math, the next step is geometry. So I'm going to put that down. And then since I didn't take U.S. history 9th grade year, I'm going to do that 10th grade year. And then my electives, I really enjoyed Spanish last year, so I'm going to do Spanish 2 all year. So full credits worth. Choir, I love choir, so I'm going to put a full credits worth down there. And then if you notice here, I circled, I forgot to mention this, for 9th grade, I circled a 0.5 credit for study hall. So I'm going to take 1 semester's worth of a study hall, okay? And then for 10th grade, I'm going to do a full credits worth of study hall. Even though study hall is not worth a credit, it just shows that this will be all year long that I'll be in a study hall. And these are my alternative classes. So if I'm not able to get into some of these classes, I'm going to get into some of these. Okay. Ms. Freetag, do you want to talk about junior and senior year?
Yeah, and just like Miss Banky said, we're going to fill out junior and senior year just as a plan. We know that these things might change when we get to sophomore year or junior year, but we're just looking at our whole 4 years as a plan. So in this, there are options to take English 11, or there are some higher level options, an AP course or a transcripted course for my English credit, because I know I need 1 credit of English. I'm also looking for the science. Most juniors take chemistry. The math, most juniors take Algebra 2. And then for social studies, most juniors will take social studies, okay? The other thing here are the courses I want. You notice that little star? I've got Vet Science. Again, that's a science equivalent. That's important to me because that's kind of my plan right now as an 8th grader, that I might want to be a science teacher. I'm also taking that cash class worth 0.5 credits, so that's 1 semester, and that's important to me because I want to be able to do work study as a senior, and I know I need to get that class first, okay? Again, you need 3 credits of alternatives. In case I can't get into these electives, Ms. Freitag and Ms. Banky know that this is also what I'm interested in, so that if it fits in my schedule, this will be okay for me too. It's not 3 classes, this has to equal 3 credits, okay? And then senior year, same way. One thing I want to mention for senior year, this is recommended. So it's not required that you take science, math, or social studies. All of those should be done. But it is recommended if you're looking at a 2 or a 4-year school, we want to see rigor in your course. So that's why I'm choosing to take a transcripted credit English class, and that's why I'm choosing to take to continue on in science, math, and social studies. Okay. The important things about 4-year plans: you want to make sure that all of your credits equal 8. If you'd like a study hall, make sure you circle what you'd like and include that in the total of 8. And also, just one more thing, 0.5 credit usually means 1 semester. 1 credit, that indicates that it's going to be the whole year long, okay? This needs to be filled out completely. It needs to be signed and dated and returned to your school counselor.
One last thing I want to mention. So if you are wondering how many credits your student needs to graduate, down at the bottom of the sheet here is a really good resource to look at, and also in the course handbook. So you'll see English, you need 4 credits to graduate, math, you need 3, science, you need 3, social studies, you need 3, and then also health, you need 0.5 credits, physical education, you need 1.5, and you need that personal finance class for a 0.5 credit. So looking at this sheet in the course handbook sheet is a really good resource for you to look at. If you have any questions, please contact me or Ms. Freitag. Thank you. Bye-bye.